Hello and welcome to episode 8 of Cabin Flannel. I'm your host, Caleb.
And I'm Ryan.
And we are going to talk about
phone troubles. I
dreams.
apologize.
Oh, yeah. Your phone's probably going to fall over a few times today. But that's what happens,
yeah,
so.
It's what happens when you break your computer. Okay.
Yeah. Somebody to break their computer.
That's what I do best. Break technology.
Things. Yeah, fair enough.
Do you have any dreams you want to start off with, or I can start off with the one I had last night?
Let me pull up some of these that I've written down, and these are from like the past few weeks.
Okay.
I've
and we're just kind of like talking about dreams in general, about either dreams we've had recently or like in the past or anything at all. We don't really have a game plan, so we're just gonna kind of go with it.
Yeah,
so
exactly. So this one is from April 3rd. I don't remember typing this one, so this is weird. I also misspelled.
Don't proofread it.
I also misspelled Nicolas Cage.
You dream about Nicolas Cage?
Yeah. So here's
Dude,
what I wrote.
I envy you.
So the first line I wrote: Celebrity Vampire Theater.
Yeah.
Okay. Justin Bieber and Legolas are there.
Legolas is not a celebrity.
Famous character. I think the guy who played Legolas is who I was thinking of, but I just wrote Legolas because he's the only. That's how I know him.
Fair.
The next line: Nicolas Cage is lead guy.
Of course, and yeah, that goes without saying.
Next line: box with my stuff in it. I don't know what that means. I've got no clue what I meant by that. And then the next one: sister with friends. I'm guessing I'm talking about my sister. And then
probably
the last line: able to jump everywhere.
Wait, is this all you wrote?
That's all I wrote. Yeah, and I honestly don't remember. The Celebrity Vampire Theater line makes me. I vaguely remember dreaming something about that. Like I have this image in my head of being on a staircase and like jumping. And I think Nicolas Cage was there, but that's like I don't remember much about that. That's
Dude, that's what you wrote, dude. I went into detail. I wrote every like detail I could remember about the dream.
That's good.
Oh, dude, that's freaking hilarious.
I do that. Oh, God. I do that for some dreams, but this dream was like, I think sometimes I wake up and I'm still half asleep, and I feel like I need to write something down, but I'm still half asleep, so I just type a few sentences down, and there it is. So
that is hilarious.
Yep, that was that one. I've got a few more of those. So if you want to tell yours,
if you get some, I mean, mine's gonna be like a couple minutes long. Like I got like a whole thing planned.
I'll just go through the ones that I have. Okay. What the heck is this? Okay, so this one was April 5th. This one makes even less sense.
2 nights later.
Yep, 2 nights later. So. What I don't even know what I was typing. The first line is Ryan and I driving Addie's truck in densest fog/mist ever. Then I have Ryan disappeared.
Or were you in the car together?
Yeah, I think so. and then on the next line I have I took over, knew I was dreaming. Oh. And then this line makes
lucid
no
dreaming.
Sense. It says girl in front of mine shaft.
Oh, you know what that means.
No, I don't think that's what it is. We're driving a car. I'm assuming that's. Oh no. This is what it was. It's girl in front of mine shaft. Like a mine shaft.
Like Mein Kampf. Okay, I get it.
No, not Mein Kampf. Like a mine shaft. Where people mine.
I like how we both thought that it was just you misspelling something.
It's actually that was so weird. Okay, I remember that. I remember that image for some reason. I do remember that. And then I wrote. So the next line I wrote, cavern of subconscious.
You are an English major, jeez.
Yeah. Okay.
Even in your dreams.
Even in my dreams, I'm like rambling.
What does the cavern? What does the cavern represent?
What does the cavern represent?
Subconscious. Exactly.
Of course it does. What else could it represent?
What does the girl in front of mine shaft represent?
In front of mine.
I think that one's
in
obvious.
front of mine shaft. I just thought I like totally screwed up. Like No, it's a mine shaft, like literal. God, I don't remember writing this like at all, man.
Oh, that is hilarious.
I
haven't slept since I wrote mine, so.
Oh well, there you go. The last line is lava and master blaster. That's it. That's how.
So
that
you go from what was it, Cavern of Subconscious?
Yep.
To lava blasters.
No, to lava and master blaster. Lava and Master Blaster. Yep.
A ice cream dish from Sonic.
Master Blaster?
Yeah, a Master Blast. Master Blaster.
Master Blast. Well, Master Blaster was a video game on the PlayStation 1. I remember that. Yeah, and it was like you had this tank and you drove in a cave. So maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Oh, a cave of subconscious.
A cave of subconscious. What they didn't know is it was all a metaphor for the subconscious.
I love the way we write our dreams down are completely different.
Yeah. See, I do want to say I've written down some very detailed dreams before, or at least I think I have. They're probably in my journal somewhere. But this, like on my phone, I'll wake up after having this dream and be too lazy to actually get my notebook out and write it down. So I just roll over, grab my phone, and type a bunch of weird stuff while still being half asleep. So that's what these are. I've written
I think
a few
this
more
is
detailed
funnier
ones,
though.
Yeah,
So,
I mean these. It's funny to look back at these because I honestly don't remember a lot of them. Like
I don't write down like my dreams. I wish I did because like I just think it's fantastic to look back at dreams because dreams are so weird and random.
So weird.
But this morning, what happened was I went to bed at about midnight, which is a little early for me, which is sad.
A little early, midnight.
And it's we're recording this on Sunday, so I had to get up at 6 to be at church at 7. And some guy sends 3 messages in our where I live's group chat at 4 a.m. And I have my volume all the way up because I have an alarm set.
Yeah.
And so I get 3 alerts from the group message. I'm like, what is going on? And it was something that had no use, wasn't time sensitive, was just...
Why did he send it at 4 a.m.?
I don't know. And it woke me up, and I couldn't fall back asleep. And I woke up from this dream, and so I was like, it was kind of an interesting dream. So that's why I wrote it down, because I never think to write down dreams until, I guess, this morning. So
fair enough.
But, yeah, I guess I can go into it. I'm going to... Yes, you might not be able to see me. It's in my notes. Can you still see me?
I can't. It just goes to the baby playing drums. Little kid holding drumsticks. So it starts off, first line, interesting, and then a question mark in parentheses. I don't know if it's interesting.
Yes. Interesting dream with a question mark. And so it starts off, future, chaos, tons of war.
Yeah.
Man and woman running away together to escape the system and chaos.
Escape the system. Hell yeah.
And so so what happened? What I wrote down. I was the man in this dream. I'll put that. And I wrote this in third person. We'll see if I can talk in third person.
So I don't know. Why did you choose third person?
I was 4 a.m. I was running on like 4 hours of sleep. And
interesting. Okay.
I don't know, but I don't know. But yeah, feel free to stop me and just question my dreams because dreams are freaking hilarious.
This will be very introspective for you, I think.
Probably not because
you don't describe meaning to what happened.
I don't. It's
I do,
man.
I tend to think things are all about me. We'll see.
Just wait till you hear this dream.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so it started off with a man and woman walking through a field talking. Okay. Lovers. This is what I wrote. They were obviously like romantically involved. Me and the woman. But yeah. Man and woman are running away from society and war. Suddenly, sirens going off and planes and bombers are flying overhead. Oh, wow. So like I remember this like a huge like fleet, like a ton of ships and like airplanes and stuff like that. Wow. Like huge like Star Wars kind of ships were flying overhead.
Oh, damn. Okay.
We're in a like just wide open field. There's like trees in like the distance. I remember. Man and woman hit ground, hoping to go undetected. And so yeah, we're trying to hide from them.
Okay, gotcha.
I guess.
Like you literally like went on your bellies or something.
Yeah. We literally hit the ground. Doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
And then I remember, I didn't write this, but I remember like this, like one of those like big like Star Wars kind of ships lands, and like this woman walks towards us to like capture us.
Okay.
And so she captures us, but we are separated to fight for different teams. And so
for different teams.
Like I said, I don't understand how this works, but one ship captured us, but they put us on different sides of the war.
Interesting. That's that's how war works. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure. And it's like
team battle.
You're taken into different ships, given helmets with like a VR mask, and so they were like VR controlled like helmets.
Something out of Ready Player One.
Yeah, shown how to in quotes play the game, which is actually controlling real ships and bombers in the world.
Man, dude,
so I think it was like
Ender's Game.
I have never seen Ender's Game.
Or you haven't seen or read Ender's Game?
No.
Man, it's exactly like Ender's Game. Like, spot on.
Well, whoops. I've actually never seen it before.
Plagiarism.
Whoops.
You subconsciously stole from Ender's Game without ever reading it.
That's actually hilarious. But yeah, so it's like I guess they tried to convince us that we were playing a game, even though it was like obvious that war was happening all around the world. So it was clear that we were like actually controlling ships and stuff.
Right.
Dystopian-esque on the ships. Boy and girl know they are on opposite teams, but have to fight anyway.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Very dramatic. Got some Romeo and Juliet stuff going on here.
Yep. And then it gets to years later, apparently.
Years later.
Boy is in the like system, and he recognizes a girl somehow inside his VR helmet. Like they aren't like physically like in the same area, but he's controlling a ship that is able to attack where she is, I guess.
Interesting.
Boy hesitates to kill her because I guess somehow he knows. Yeah, I guess. That I just wrote, they have a moment.
They have a moment?
I don't know what that I have no idea. I guess they have a moment.
They have a moment.
They look at each other like they realize who each other. I don't know. But everything like that the people do in the VR is recorded, and so he knows he'll be in trouble if he doesn't kill her, blow up her ship or area. And so he doesn't anyway because he's not going to kill his love. But he tries to like cover it up by just like blowing up some other easy targets, I guess.
Okay.
Like I said, this makes no sense. The higher ups see what he does and puts a warrant out for him.
Interesting.
Even on this ship, so I mean he's going to get captured easily. He gets captured. Shows on TV his best moments. I guess they were going to kill him, and they were going to show like his best moments before they killed him, I guess.
What?
And it
like a recap of his life.
Yeah, like his like a. I guess before they kill him, I guess, but it showed like a bunch of like his like destroying ships and stuff. But this is funny. It includes a Jeopardy like TV show showing him getting a correct answer. The question was something about time zones. Like if it's this time in this time zone, what time is it in this time zone?
That's such a specific detail.
I know, and then that's all I remember.
There's no conclusion. How do they end up together? Do they?
I'm guessing he dies because they were showing like his best moments on TV. I'm guessing so.
Gonna execute.
I don't know,
dude, you gotta go back and finish the dream.
I tried for so long. You have no idea. I sat in bed for like 30 minutes. Like,
isn't that the worst? You try to go back.
I couldn't fall back asleep.
Oh. You want to go back to a dream, but you just can't. Like you can't get back.
And I wrote it down, hoping that would kind of like jog my memory, so I wouldn't forget it. So I like when I try to go back to sleep. But
dude, that's amazing.
But yeah,
that's all the details are nice.
Yeah, but yeah.
I wonder that was similar to like Ender's Game. It shares a lot of similarities. I don't think you understand how similar that is to Ender's Game, and then a lot with Ready Player One too. But that's interesting.
I have seen Ready Player One, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
We saw it together, but
there was oh, by the way, I went and saw A Quiet Place again the other night.
I'm gonna go see it tomorrow. So
are you really? Nice.
Yeah.
Are you going with somebody or are you going with?
My sister. I told her I'd go see it with her, and then I went and saw it without her, and she was not happy.
Not happy about that, I'm sure. I went with my buddy Paul, but he really wanted to see it, so it was great. That Okay, so this is another one that I have written down. I've got to do one of these. This one says, okay, so this was April 15th, so a little more recent. It says, first line, a friendly snake that got very sick.
Okay, great start.
Yes. Then it says, we all tried to save him. I don't know who we is, but then it's, okay, next line, put him on a horse and gallop to safety. Next line, this just keeps getting weirder. Covered him with a special blue casing so he didn't die. And then, here we go. It says, he was okay, helped by many people who cared.
See,
I feel like there's a moral statement involved with like...
There was a friendly snake that everyone loved. We put him on a horse, and he was okay.
And he was okay. It's like the worst children's story ever. Like the most confusing moral.
It's like if Humpty Dumpty ended with him getting fixed.
He fell off the wall, and then everyone put it back together, and it was fine.
Moral of the story? There isn't one.
I don't know.
Dude, we need. I always thought like a great like YouTube channel or TV show or something would be people reenacting dreams they had like to a T. So like even if they make no sense and there's like no conclusion, just
we got to do that, man. We should just do
that. Would be. We need a friendly snake and a horse
into just like dream theater or something.
That'd be fun. We need a snake.
That would be really cool. We need a snake
horse
and a horse and
magical blue casing.
Yes, and some extras to really flesh out the world. You know.
Yeah, because it said we.
It said we. So yeah, which
probably
implies,
more than 2.
Yeah, probably more than 2. I remember, if I remember correctly, there was more than 2. It was like I felt like a group team dynamic or something.
Coming together to save the snake.
Yeah, coming together to save the snake. This one, okay, here's another one. This one's older. January 22nd. Man, this one's weird. Okay. So, first line, superhero conference.
All right. Starting off on a strong foot.
Then, I have to make a presentation. There it is. Then...
No capes.
Here's... No capes. This is grammatically incorrect. It says very too secret.
Very too
secret. And then the next one's so much, in fact, that they airstrike you if you are not in a car by a certain time. I don't know. I don't remember this part. And then here's another one. Only saw Wonder Woman. Then this next line, this is strange. A bit of a shout out. So it says Jordy from high school was there. I saved her and McKenna. So those are 2 girls we went to high school with. There's that.
What?
Then
Are you a superhero?
I guess.
Or are you just making a presentation?
I think I'm a if I remember, I think I was a superhero giving a presentation at the conference. So I was like one of the heroes, and I was giving a presentation. Then this last part. Also, Grandpa was there in a bathroom. What? I don't remember that at all. And I said I made a newspaper with all the heroes on it.
That's not very secretive.
No, it's very too secret. So much, in fact, that they airstrike you if you are not in a car by a certain time. I don't get it, man. I don't know.
I love these dreams.
I forgot these were all in here.
Dreams are they're some of the greatest things that we have on this earth.
Yeah, dude, I've got more of these. Like,
dude, keep reading. These are fantastic.
I've been putting them inside like notes I've been writing them down in notes for a while. And
I need to start doing this.
I'm gonna do this.
It's gonna be like a weekly segment, but like, what crazy dreams do we have this week?
What weird dreams did we do? Hey, I'm down. I like talking about these. This one, okay. I think I remember this one. It's very enigmatic. Let's see.
That's a big word.
Yes.
He actually doesn't know what it means.
Yeah, from Scott Pilgrim. You're incorrigible. I don't know the meaning of the word. He actually doesn't. Okay, so this one, we still live together. I don't know who we is in this situation.
Is it the same we from the snake?
No, I think this is like me and one other person. If I remember correctly, this was not a group like team effort. This was just me and one other person. We still live together in old house is what I wrote. Don't know what that means. Stormy day. We are worried about Korea.
Aren't we all?
That Korea, though, am I right?
We're worried about Korea.
North
or south? Just all of them.
just all Korea.
Just Korea.
Just Korea in general. Next line, flat cannons spread around Topeka. All right.
Can you read that again?
Flat cannons spread around Topeka.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
I guess we're getting ready for war or something. And then I misspelled this, or I put an X in there on accident, but I think it's supposed to be hear machine gun fire in distance. That's what it's supposed to be. But it looks like Herc's machine gun fire because I put an X in there.
Herc's
machine gun fire. In sky, bombs begin to fall. And then I wrote, oh my God. I wrote, whistle, with a bunch of E's at the end. And then, boom.
So you die. You just like,
whistle,
is that
boom.
Is that the end?
No, that's not the end. There's more.
Okay. I was going to say, dang, that's dark.
Nope. And then it says, sparks everywhere. Mom won't hurry up. Dang it, Mom.
Oh, is that who you live with?
I don't know. I don't think it feels like I don't know who the we is, but it felt like somebody else. Like I don't think it was my mom, but because I don't know why I would say we and then mom. I don't know. Maybe though. Who knows? I don't.
You would be the only one.
Mom won't hurry up and get in the basement is what I wrote next. Then nobody is as worried as me. Okay.
About them Koreans.
Yep, the Koreans. Oh my gosh. And then I wrote, they don't think a bomb will hit us. And then the last line is, I know it will.
It sounds like a trailer for an action movie.
It really does. It sounds like Red Dawn. It sounds like the trailer for Red Dawn Part 2.
I haven't seen that either.
Oh gosh, man. You gotta see that one.
God, I gotta watch a lot of movies.
Okay, I've got another one here. This one was all the way back December 3rd.
Ooh.
This one's an oldie but a goodie. I wrote, Dad and I are ranchers. Okay, so it's clear. It's clear I'm talking about this time.
I love this. These are, okay, yeah, sorry, go on.
Fantastic. Got my own house is the next line.
Is it a ranch? It's a ranch
style. Going on a limb and say it was a ranch style. Then it says, bandits come by, we kill some, scare off. This grammar is fantastic. They come back and attack Dad. Okay. Capture us. Then here's the next one. Dad as a cowboy.
Just in case you forgot we're rangers.
Yeah. It sounds like I just said dead with a really southern accent. Dad as a cowboy. But I think I meant my dad is a cowboy. And then him and Mom are together. Oh, my parents are back together. That's never
because he's a cowboy. Yeah, it's
because he's a cowboy. Gets him every time.
Yeah.
Then I've got animals, dogs, a lot of siblings, and I wrote "lotta" like LOTA. A lot of siblings. Then I got blood-letting out of wrist, but I misspelled out of. I did out PF. Blood-letting out PF the wrist. And then we've got crazy guy, cigar, and then I think I meant to type cigar cutter guy, but I wrote cigar Cuyyer, then Huey HUY. I think it was
he's coming in a chopper gunner.
Cigar Cure Huey. And then we've got somehow we make it face off with cigars.
With scars?
With cigars, like cigars.
Oh, cigars.
Yeah. And then and chain blood letter. That's how it ends. Chain blood letter.
Oh, those are. Oh, yeah. Oh,
yep.
Okay.
What do you know? Yep.
Not what that means.
Nope. And I think I'm gonna see. I can't remember when I started writing these down. It looks like that might have been it.
I have a couple weird dream things. Growing up, when I was young, maybe like 5, 6,
5, 6.
I had for maybe a month or two, like a series of dreams. I think I've told you about this before. Maybe
is this a reoccurring dream?
Kind of, but it was like a TV series. Like it wasn't the same dream, but it was like
interesting.
The same like world. Like in this world, I was a professional fighter.
Nice.
As a kid, you know, I was still a kid, but yeah. And like every night, I just go out and like fight someone in the ring. Ring, not the rink. It wasn't ice hockey.
Not hockey.
But I remember the last time I ever had the dream. I was walking into the building, and I looked down. You know, I don't have a shirt on because I'm like a boxer. You know, they just have like those shorts. And I had a splinter in my belly button.
Oh, what?
And I pull it out, and like blood starts gushing out of it.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
And then I wake up, and I never had those dreams again.
What in the world, dude? That's terrifying. Yeah. God,
I don't know what that means. I maybe had like 4 or 5 of those dreams, and they're you know like just once a week or so. Yeah, what? Never had them again.
That's
ever since
so
the
weird,
belly button splinter.
What in the world? That's legitimately terrifying. I've never had. Except for when I was very young, I had one kind of reoccurring dream, but it was sort of similar to yours. Like the theme was similar, but it wasn't literally the same every time. The dream that happened was I would be playing catch with my dad. We'd be like throwing a ball around or something, and in every dream, he would throw the ball and it would fly over me. Like I would miss, I wouldn't catch it, and it would end up like in a very dangerous situation. So like the first dream, he threw it and it went over my head and it landed in the ocean. And a black guy was
there.
No, oh my God,
no, sorry.
What the hell? Ryan.
Who said that? What?
All 5 people who listen to this are gonna think you are a terrible person.
Dude, this is your dream, Caleb. I'm just
what? No, don't throw this on me. Don't throw your racism on me. Oh my gosh, that was terrible.
Anyway, what? What was yours?
Anyway, the ball in the first dream flew over me, landed in the ocean. And my dad was like, "I'll get it," and he. We live in. It was a hell of a throw. Let me tell you. It was a good throw. I mean, the dream was it took place near the ocean. Like that's
okay.
Probably an important.
I was about to say we live in the middle of Kansas.
Yeah, no, he didn't freaking Superman that thing into the Pacific. Like it wasn't.
I was about to say he throws it like in the ocean again, Dad. Come
really,
on,
man, you're just the best thrower ever.
Third time this week.
Third time. No, but see, we were near the ocean and he threw it in. He's like, "I'll get it," and he jumped in to get the ball, and a shark just comes up and eats him. Like just eats him, and I'm like, Dad! And that was how the dream ended, and it was terrible. Like I just witnessed my dad get eaten by a shark, and it messed me up because I was so young to where that was horrific.
Yeah,
like, that was mortifying. And then that's the same sort of thing would happen in these other dreams. So like we'd be playing catch, and then there was one time he threw a ball, and like this unfortunate like. So he threw a ball and like he wasn't a black guy, but there was a guy that was over there, and he went up and talked to my dad, you know, and my dad was just talking with him or whatever, and I was just sitting there waiting for him to get the ball back, and the guy just pulls a gun out and shoots my dad, like kills him, and I was like, what? No, Dad! And then that's how the dream ends again, and I'm like, what the? Like 2 times now, my dad is getting freaking murdered. Like, what the heck is going on? And so,
I hate when it happens back-to-back times. Your dad gets murdered.
It just
like God,
happens again, and it happened.
Bad week.
It happened a 3rd time, and I can't remember the 3rd one very well. I'm not sure. I know it happened a 3rd time, but I don't have any memories of it. So, but it stopped after like I had to. It honestly would freak me out so much that I would go running into my parents' room because I was like I was pretty young. I want to say
like 17.
Like 17, man. I was
Yeah.
a baby. I was probably like 6 or 7, or like I was definitely in elementary school. And I would run in, and my parents would be like, "What's going on? Like, why are you so freaked out?" They didn't get it, and I didn't want to tell my parents because I was kind of embarrassed for some reason.
Dad got eaten by a shark.
So I eventually told my mom about it. I think I was like, I've had this really bad dream where Dad keeps getting like killed, and it was like it messed me up. Like I just was in a dark place for a while as a 6 or 7-year-old. And then my mom was like, "Oh, that's, you're just worried about him. You just care about him. That just means you love him or something." Like we had this conversation, and I was like, "Oh, I guess that's true." And then after that, I didn't have the dreams anymore. So like that was it. That was really the only time that I remember having like a kind of a reoccurring theme or something like that. Like there's been a few times I've been in a dream and had a feeling of deja vu, like, which I don't know if that's the same thing. Like I've had a dream and like I've dreamt this before or something, or like this place is familiar.
I've gotten that a few times, but I don't know about you, but every time I've gotten that, it's been like I've dreamed this several times before, not just once, but it's like
it feels like
when
a
I realize
place, like
it's like this is like the 4th or 5th time this has happened. But like the other times I didn't realize that it's happened before, but as soon as I realized it happened before, it's like this has happened like a bunch of times before, and then I realized like it's a dream, and I've had that happen to me.
I've had that
times,
happen before too.
Have you ever had a dream where you wake up either like irrationally like pissed off or something like that?
Yes. I've had a few dreams where I've either been like super like pissed at somebody, like something happened in the dream. Like, I want to say specifically, I think I had a dream where I know we talk about Thomas sometimes, but Thomas did something that pissed me off in the dream. Like, I don't remember what it was, but like I felt like I'd been unjustly treated for whatever reason. And I remember waking up being really pissed at him and then thinking, wait, why? That's not real. That hasn't happened. What am I angry about? Like, I don't know why that happened.
Dude, I had a dream. It was our senior year of high school. This is so stupid. I had a dream where one of our friends, I guess he was a friend, Chance.
Yeah.
I won't use the last name. Chance. He, I guess he was eating lunch with us or something at the time in the dream. And it was chicken nugget day.
Chicken nugget
and
day.
He took one of my chicken nuggets.
Oh, no.
And I got so pissed. I woke up and I was livid. And I was like, I know it's a dream. But I can't help but be pissed at him. He took one of my chicken. Like, I don't know. It's so sad. But like chicken nugget day was a good day. It was, you got the mashed potatoes and gravy.
Oh, yeah. By far,
our school lunches weren't great.
In my opinion, the best lunch. Like I love chicken nugget day.
And they don't give us a lot. So taking one of them, it's like
stuff.
Yeah, and so like he took one of them. I haven't been that angry in a long time.
That's so funny, dude.
Which is sad.
That happened,
one
if that
chicken
happened
nugget
in real
in a
life.
dream.
That was grounds to be pissed. Like that was.
Oh yeah.
That was the worst thing you could do to somebody at high school, man.
I mean, there was that one time that person got jumped right in front of our lockers and made it on the news.
Yeah,
but taking a chicken nugget was a
small
pretty
change. Yeah. Now I would have been on her side if that girl took her chicken nugget.
Throwing in the trash.
I would have gone on the news and be like, I mean, it's terrible what happened, but she did steal her chicken nugget.
Yeah, like what is worse?
Like the whole school's in agreement here. She was in the wrong.
We
got beat up. She was still.
The whole school will testify for her.
Yeah, we'll all back her up. What she did was not unwarranted.
Chicken nugget. Okay, we can talk about school lunches real quick. We'll go back to dreams, but our school lunches, I feel like in middle school were great for school lunches.
I
first year of high school, they were again good for school lunches, and then our sophomore year through our
they took
senior
a real
year,
downturn, like a hard left.
Yeah, I think it's because of the Michelle Obama's like huge push for nutrition and stuff like that.
Maybe
that's what everyone
blamed it on at the time. I don't know if it's true. I mean, it could have just been that the school, it was cheaper to make the food the way they were making it. So
it was all whole wheat and stuff, though. I feel like that's
maybe
probably. Well, they said it was whole wheat.
There was
tasted worse
push.
and was brown.
Yeah, that's true. There was a health push, and it's funny because during before Thanksgiving, they would have a Thanksgiving themed lunch where they
Yes.
used like real, like they didn't use the
Real
healthy
turkey.
stuff, and that was noticeably better. Like it was
Oh,
way better. Like
the
actually
best
good.
lunch we had all year.
Yeah, like that was actually good food. So it does make a huge difference, and whatever they were making beforehand was just paled in comparison. Like,
Mhm.
but I used to love school lunches. Like elementary school, I love the rolls. The lunches in elementary school were legitimately good. Like at least in Washburn Rural District, man, it was.
Yeah,
They were
I didn't
excellent.
I didn't start bringing lunch start having lunch at school until fifth or sixth grade. I was brought our lunches.
Yeah, I did that
and
for
I
a
was
little bit.
so jealous about all the kids who got to school lunch. I thought it was like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Those rectangular pizzas. Every once in a while, someone wouldn't want one, and I'd be like the first
I'd be all over that
to take it. And oh, dude, that was like the greatest thing ever. And they like looking back on it, they're still pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
But,
Dude, I'm thinking about it right now. I'm like, I could go for some square cafeteria pizza.
I could eat like 2 or 3 of those right now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, they changed over our time in high school and stuff. Like they just, I don't think it was just our taste either. I think some of it just really.
Well, we didn't have the rectangular pizzas.
No, they like stopped serving them
because we had Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
quote unquote.
It wasn't real. Yeah, it didn't taste like real Pizza Hut.
Pizza. It was like Pizza Hut freaking rejects or something.
Or frozen for days or something like that.
Yeah, it was not good. But
I do remember once or twice. It didn't happen very often, but they would have pizza days still. At least I remember that in high school. But they happened like so sparsely. Like I don't even know if maybe once or twice. You know, like it didn't happen very often. I don't know who makes those decisions.
I remember in my middle school, the first one I went to, Landon. We had every Friday we had Godfather's pizza, and it was like legit like Godfather's pizza, Godfather's and it was amazing.
I bet so.
It was great. But
man, I miss
school lunches.
I miss those rolls. The rolls were
actually pretty good.
Yeah,
dude. Especially if you could dip them in the mashed potatoes and gravy.
Oh yeah, you gotta dip it.
Oh man.
That's making
I just want a school lunch.
I know. That's so sad. I want to go back and have a school lunch. Man, that is probably pretty sad, but
yeah. Man, you mentioned when I was in Omaha last that you were eating Twinkies for breakfast recently.
Yeah, I did.
And so I bought a box of Twinkies.
Did you really?
And I haven't been craving them. Like Twinkies are like they're good, but there's something I had to be craving.
Yeah, no, I get that. I do not know why I've been eating them in the morning. Sometimes, like every once in a while, in between my first on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have a class at 8 a.m. and then right afterwards I have a class at 9:30. And in between those two classes, I will go and get Twinkies. And I don't know why I get some really weird looks when I bring them in. People give me a hard time. They express concern for my health. And they just taste good to me. Like, I don't know. I'm just like, you know what I could go for now?
They're
Twinkies.
Good.
Like, screw it.
I don't know.
And we also, and the way I think about it too is like, we eat a lot of sugar, or we tend to eat a lot of sugar for breakfast anyway. I mean, like, there's a lot of sugary cereals out there and stuff. And like, I don't feel like I'm too off base. Yeah, even syrup. Like, I don't feel like I'm too off base. And it's a sponge cake, you know? So it's like,
yeah, it's cake, pancake, sponge cake.
Pancake, same thing. Am I right? I don't know. It might be a little weird, but I don't know. It's not bad. I enjoy it. And I don't eat them all the time. I just eat them in the morning sometimes. And it's better than nothing, I think. I mean, it's at the very least, I'm not going hungry for those first two classes. And I also try to, I'll usually drink, chocolate milk with it, or I'll get, a naked juice.
Oh,
something
super healthy. Chocolate milk.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it's good protein.
Dude, okay. Going back to school lunches. I don't care for chocolate milk anywhere except for school. Like, I loved the chocolate milk at school.
Chocolate milk ever.
Maybe that's why I like it. I don't know, but because I've never been a huge fan of chocolate. Like, I like chocolate, but I could easily have too much chocolate.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's why, the school, because the school had the best chocolate milk ever to me.
It was so, it was skim milk, so it didn't have a lot of the richness that most chocolate milk has, and it didn't have nearly as strong of a taste. Which, if you don't like the chocolate taste, probably not a bad thing, but I didn't like it that much. For the latter half of our high school career, I didn't even get milk that often. I would get Propel. I would buy those Propel bottles quite a bit.
Yeah. No, I think I got milk pretty much every day, except the days that we went out to lunch senior year.
Yeah, senior year. That was nice, man.
God, that was so
much
nice.
money.
Going to CC's.
Freaking loved it. Yeah, it felt so good to drive away from school and be like, let's go get some lunch. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. It was the best thing ever.
But, yeah, man. Our school kind of went down food-wise. Because, we had it was called the Cookie Shack the first 2 years.
Oh, that was...
those cookies were amazing. They had chocolate chip, and they had just sugar with icing. And then our junior year, they changed it to just the Shack. And then they sold a bunch of t-shirts, stuff like that.
Yeah, they sold.
And they changed the cookies, and they just weren't nearly as good. And that's that was the year that we got jobs.
Yeah.
And so we could spend money on cookies and stuff. And I was like,
we had a coffee shop at our high school too, like a legitimate business.
Oh my gosh, this is what we did. So Caleb, Thomas, and I think you did it. I'm sure you did it a few times. But we had some vending machines.
I remember. Yeah, I remember this.
And so we would go to the vending machine. We'd get these Kickstarts. They were probably 12, 16 ounces.
They were smaller cans, but I'm really
there was
surprised
the coconut water.
Those.
Yeah,
I don't know what those were doing in the machine. They didn't have soda at our school, but they did have that. They had Kickstarts, which I have caffeine in them.
They had ice, the carbonated water stuff.
Yeah, they had that too.
And then they had those.
Yeah, which I could almost understand the ice because I think those were sugar free, but the Mountain Dew stuff. I mean, Kickstart.
Yeah,
is not
Mountain Dew Kickstart it's not a health drink.
Yeah, it's not healthy. That's for sure.
But so we would take one of those, the coconut water ones. So they're a little bit smaller cans. We would take it to the coffee shop and ask them to make a Kool-Aid slush, except instead of water, they used the Kickstart.
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
Those things were so
pretty good. Yeah,
and you'd be energized for the rest of the day. And
I was not a big coffee drinker. I think I bought something from that coffee shop maybe 3 times throughout high school. I didn't go there very often. I just didn't. I didn't consume that much.
I didn't till senior year when fell for a girl who worked there. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, you had an excuse.
Should get me free drinks though. So
there you go. That's probably
nice.
Not allowed, but
well, they got a free drink every time they worked, and a lot of times
cool.
she's like, yeah, I'm not going to use it today. So
nice. Well, that's fair. That works out.
Yeah, all right. Our high school we had a bank. We literally had a bank.
We had a bank, like a real bank. I didn't use it.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
But
there were people who did.
It was
it was meant to be just an experience thing for the students. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But you could really
for finance students
services. Yeah, bank and coffee shop. I mean, it was a real coffee shop. They had all the fixings.
Mm-hmm. We had a coffee shop. We had the Shack, which sold T-shirts and tumblers and phone cases and all that kind of stuff. God, we were a white prep school.
Yeah, we were public. I mean, we were a public school, but we had money. I mean, no.
Mm-hmm. We had 2 gyms.
Yep, 2 gyms. One of them, the pool, the big basketball gym. Mm-hmm. Which is ironic that they call it the pool because we didn't have a pool. We still don't have at Creighton. We don't have a pool either. They really need to work on that.
That's hilarious.
I know they
forget Creighton University doesn't have a pool.
They just won't. They use it as a storage pit. It's a big freaking hole in the ground where they put a bunch of random junk that they don't want. And apparently the only reason what they tell us the reason that they don't do anything with it is that it's not up to code, and so they'd have to change a few things, and that would cost a lot of money. But they could totally do it.
Creighton has to spend money.
I know that
don't have a lot of that.
I know they could allocate the funds, and I know people would use it too. There's a lot of people who would love to have a swimming pool.
Yeah.
And it's really kind of ridiculous that they don't. We have a club swim team here, and they have to go to a different college. They go to UNO to swim, and like, what? They shouldn't have to do that. It's stupid.
That's ridiculous. Let's see. What else did our high school have that must close down? Let's talk about how nice our high school
was. How amazing our high school was.
We had 10 tennis courts.
Yeah, we had a lot of tennis courts.
We had a real turf, we had a fake turf field.
Yeah.
Football field.
And soccer field. We had a really nice soccer field.
Yeah, our soccer team was. I think we talked about this in a previous episode, but
yeah, they were.
We were like number 9 in the nation at one point.
Yeah, they were great. They won state while we were there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they were good. The fields were nice. I mean, that's one thing. Washburn had some great like sports facilities and stuff. Creighton doesn't have that stuff. Like, we don't have tennis courts. We don't have.
That blows me away. How do you guys not have tennis courts?
I don't know, dude. I have no freaking clue. And there's people. We have a club tennis team. I don't know where they play. They can turn
UNO.
Yeah, they probably go to freaking UNO. They can turn. You know the big gym where everyone plays basketball? Yeah. You can turn those into a tennis court. They have spots for the net, but at the most you can put like 10 courts up, and it has to be a special request thing. You know, otherwise it's just a basketball court. So
yeah,
I don't know, man. They really need to invest in some of that stuff because I would like to have. I would love to have a tennis court.
Yeah, like, they need to invest in a bunch of really expensive things just for me.
Yeah, they need to do it. Okay, spend a lot of money to go here.
How much money have you spent?
My parents spent a lot of money for me to go here. Somebody spent a lot of money for me to go here. And they deserve for me to have a swimming pool.
Great. Yeah. My college was like 2 like trailer homes.
Dude, freaking Allen County there's no shame in that. Like,
there's lots of shame in that. Are you kidding me?
My college was like 2 trailer homes.
Dude, it was so sketch.
You mean that like a simile, right? No, that literally 2 trailer homes.
It's like I pulled up to it.
Going to community college, but it's pretty fun.
No, not at all. Yes, exactly. I wanted to join the basketball team. I probably wouldn't have made it though. That's a sad thing.
Did they have like a for real team, or was it like a?
Yeah, the other location has a team.
Oh. Okay.
So there's a location in Burlingame and one in Iola.
Interesting. Did they give out scholarships for playing on the team?
I would assume so.
I wonder what league they're in. Like Division 4.
Probably just like Eastern Kansas Community College.
Eastern Kansas Community College League.
What? Oh, we're in East Kansas.
What?
I forgot where we were. I
forgot where we were.
I was like, we're in West Kansas.
And East Kansas. There's a lot of people who play football for community colleges. We had some people from high school who do. That's a pretty popular route to take because there's people who like, they don't want to give up their sport and they'd like to play it and they like to actually get playing time. As opposed to there's probably some people who can make it onto a college team, but they wouldn't get all the benefits.
They'd be backup.
They'd be backup. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to play and. I respect that decision to be like, well, I actually want to play, so I'm going to go somewhere else where I can.
Yeah,
get
I'd be
time.
I'd be a backup, maybe third string, like a reserve on a community college team. I think I could make that.
I could do that. I can make it. I'll be third string kicker.
Yeah, there we go. I always wanted to like growing up.
You'll
do what?
They'll put you out there. If both the other kickers get injured by some turn of events.
I'd be terrified to go out there. If both our other kickers get injured, like what's gonna happen to me?
Out there, man.
It is community college. They might not know the rules quite,
They might not know the rules. Oh my god!
Shots fired.
For the record, you went to community college, so this is just comments that are aimed back at you.
Yeah. It's, you can't laugh at yourself.
They weren't intelligent enough to understand the rules.
Dude, trust me, I know the people I went to school with.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Yeah. But I was like growing up, I thought it'd be fun to be like a star basketball player on a nobody team, like a community college team. I think that'd be so fun because there's no pressure on you. Because like,
yeah, I kind of wanted.
Who cares?
I kind of thought about like if our high school, if we went to like a small high school, like maybe we could be like contenders. Like,
dude, I think we could be, but
at our high school, like.
Yeah.
Ours was there were so many people. It was a 6A school, like there were so many people. The competition was ridiculous to get on most teams, and then
you had to be playing your whole life pretty much.
You had to be pretty good, and I don't know. I always wondered like if I went to a really small high school where they needed people to be on the teams, like I feel like I could have.
So my parents would just go. My mom played basketball because
that's
they just needed people.
Exactly, like that's the same with like my dad. I mean, their team was actually pretty good, but they were a small high school, and he was on everything. Like he played on like every
chess team
except for chess team. He was more football, basketball, and I think he played on the baseball team too. I think he just kind of dabbled.
That's
in
crazy. You couldn't even do that at our school, could you? Football, baseball, and.
I don't think so. I think you had to be kind of picky because the practices would start to overlap. So you had to be careful on like, I
mean, not officially because they can't officially start practices.
Yeah, except they would. They totally
do.
Would.
Other schools do that? Like that's not just our school, is it?
I imagine it's not just our school. I imagine it's a thing that a lot of high schools do if they want to be competitive. I'm sure they do. They start practices way early, even though you're not supposed to. And over the summer, you have like the summer training where like
the kick arounds.
Yeah, the kick arounds that aren't. They're totally just people getting together, and the coach happens to show up, but it's like it's not a practice. It's not a practice. Except the coach is there.
You have to go to him.
Making the decisions, and you have to go to him if you're going to be on the team. But like. That's just a rule that's made up by the students, not the coach. Except the coach is there. He's also running the drills, and he has his whistle with him, and he'll blow it from time to time. At strategic
what
moments.
A coincidence!
It's not a practice.
Oh, God,
it was a practice. I mean, who are we kidding?
No joke.
Yeah,
oh man,
it's ridiculous. But it's. I mean. I don't know. I was always kind of butthurt about that because I wanted to play so many sports, but I didn't have the chance, in high school.
Man, I would have loved to play basketball. Like I would have loved to, but I went to one conditioning, and I have never been that sore in my life. It was horrible inside.
Yeah, because I had been through some of that conditioning stuff for like for soccer teams. Yeah, and so like I felt like I could do it, but.
If you could do soccer, you could definitely do the basketball one because soccer, from what I've heard, was so much worse than basketball.
Exactly.
But I couldn't even do basketball.
I lacked some of the skill. Like there were just kids who were better than me, which that is what it is. And then the other half was I didn't have as much conviction. Like my whole thing was I just wanted to have fun playing the game, and if it wasn't fun anymore,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, this just fun playing a game. That's ridiculous. Sports aren't a game. It's a lifestyle. I was always on the side of like, if I'm not enjoying playing the sport, then why am I playing it? It's a game. It's literally supposed to be just for fun, but it's not how it is for a lot of people. But so I was always more relaxed about it, and I couldn't make it, but except for golf, except for good old golf.
Golf. Yeah. What episode did we talk about these?
I think this is our last episode. I think we talked about it in the last episode, didn't we?
Don't believe so.
Oh, sports experiences, mostly terrible. I think that was 5. I think that was 2
episodes
5. Ago. Wait, which one are we
5 would be
now?
3.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know what's going on, guys.
We're on 8, yeah. We start losing track after a while.
We're not even positive we're on 8.
We don't even know. Who knows where we're at? It could just be making it up entirely.
We don't. Yeah. Pretty much.
Dude, I wish you were up here right now because I was thinking about I kind of wanted to go. I just wish you were here. I kind of wanted to go shoot some hoops tonight. I was thinking about it, and I might do it, but it's always better to have somebody else.
I'm gonna strap up there real quick. I'll be in there in a couple hours.
Yeah, you have. I almost said something that I meant it sarcastically, but then I was like, "Oh, that doesn't sound sarcastic."
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, you don't have anything better to do. And then I was like, oh, it actually kind of sounds like I meant it. Which I did.
I meant
it like you have nothing better to do sarcastically. Like you have so many other things to do. But then I was like, well, if I say that, it might actually sound a little too real.
It's fine. I know what you mean.
Yeah. You have a
You're
job.
not wrong.
Oh, by the way, I ran into Jaylene.
Is she okay?
Here. Yeah, I ran into her with my car. She's dead now. No.
I mean,
Don't
sucks,
say
but are they looking for?
No,
is there an opening now?
I rented Far Cry from the family video up here, and I wanted to return it, and I just dropped it off in the box. I looked up at the person there, and then it was Jaylene, and I like stopped, and my brain like didn't compute for a second, and I was like, "What? Who? It's you?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's me." And I was like,
"You haven't visited me once."
Yeah, well, I've been there. She hasn't worked there, but for the record, Jaylene was one of our managers at Family Video at the other store
in Topeka. She moved up to Omaha
a few months ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
she missed Caleb so much.
Yeah, that she just had to move up here, like nobody else that we know.
What?
That was pretty funny, but because you're moving up here, I thought it was funny. I like pretending you like me more than you actually do.
Well, when you go on saying that, I got nothing else better to do with my life and stuff like that, makes me really,
I thought that was endearing. Funny. But I was not expecting to see her up there. That it legitimately freaked me out, and it took me a second to realize what was going on. But, yeah, that was pretty funny. That happened literally the other day. But
literally the other day. That's crazy.
Literally. I'm not even kidding. Okay. Yeah, so that happened, and we are quickly running out of steam. I'm not going to pretend like once we change subjects onto away from the dream stuff, like it feels weird to go back to it. We're also almost at an hour, so like we're at a very awkward limbo stage where we don't quite have enough time to talk about something else, like a new topic, and we're kind of already there. So maybe if we just, bullcrap our way.
We can just keep talking about what we're not talking about.
Hour.
Yeah, we can just talk about what we're not talking about, and then eventually, if we talk about not talking about it long enough, then we'll get to an hour.
We'll get to an hour. If we
this is professional podcasting, one more minute, guys.
Yeah, if you guys haven't noticed, we are trained and perfectly prepared for this moment. We're handling it really well.
Yeah, I bet this is the best kind of radio. Like this is all I want to listen to when I'm on a really long car ride. When the host like doesn't know what to say, and they awkwardly just sit there on the air for like. Oh, is that what this is?
Yeah, that's what this is. There was a moment. There was a painful. I watched a video a little while ago, like news bloopers, because I love bloopers. Which, by the way, those video game high school bloopers you sent me were amazing.
The show's really good too, by the way.
I'm sure.
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Hint, hint, wink, wink. You need to watch it now.
You don't love any of the shows I do, so it's okay.
Yeah. Well, that's just. I've loved The Office, and I really liked Psych, and
no.
I didn't jump right in. And hey, you didn't like A Series of Unfortunate Events, so
okay, that was just
and that's
bad.
fair. I respect. Nope. I respect your decision. I respect your opinion on that.
I don't respect yours, so you don't have to pretend to respect mine.
Wow.
I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Screw you too, man. I actually love the cheesiness of it, because I knew it was terrible, but it was like right out of the pages, because the books are cheesy and weird like that. Like the world they live in is actually ridiculous. So I thought the show was super charming. I actually really liked it, but I understand it's fair. You don't have to like everything I do. That's okay.
That's a relief.
Yeah. Well, I feel another awkward pause coming on, so I say we wrap this bad boy up.
Well, you were starting a story, but it's fine.
I was starting a story from...
I think so.
About what?
It's...
I don't remember, man.
You said it was about bloopers, news bloopers.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll finish that just so that's not hovering in midair. But there was a news.
No, they had to wait till next episode.
Yeah,
they have to come back next episode.
Find out next time.
Yeah, no one cares though.
Yeah, nobody cares. The 4 people that listen to this are going to be really
2 of them are us.
On the edge of
every time you say that, it just goes down down a person.
That's so true. There's one
5
video,
earlier.
One of ours the other day. Right now our first one has the most views, There's another one that surprised me. I think our fifth one, or the Office quiz, the third one has like 14 views or something.
Cool.
Yeah. So, dang. Pretty good.
I was actually excited about that.
I know, dude. I'm like legitimately excited about having 14 views. That means if you subtract the 3 or 4 times that we watched it, so we had 9 people. That means there's 9 other people out there who listened to.
Your mom probably watched it twice.
My mom was one of them. My dad was probably another one. My sister's probably another one. But hey, I don't know who the other 5 people were.
Probably clicked on it. Oh no, sorry, I didn't mean to click on that one.
I meant to look up cabin like making cabin making videos. That's what pops up when you look up cabin flannel. You get a bunch of like check out this flannel or epic cabin in the woods. Like that's that's the stuff.
It's crazy when you search cabin flannel, you get stuff about cabin and flannel.
True, but the first thing that pops
crazy
up
how the internet
is our
works.
podcast. It is cabin flannel because apparently nobody has thought to combine those 2 words together. So,
which is, I don't know if that's a good or bad sign.
I think it's good. I'm proud of the fact that we thought of something.
I mean,
that
by
unique,
we thought of it, we mean we took it.
And by that, yeah, we stole it from our friend Phil, who definitely came up with the idea first.
Love you, Phil.
Love you, Phil. Thanks for making this dream come true. I wanted to have 9 other people in the world listen to us speak for so long.
Anyway, news bloopers.
Yeah. So the news blooper, what happened in this one? Some of them are pretty funny. Like they're just, oh, didn't expect that to happen. Oh, this was funny. Or oh, someone said something dirty and they didn't mean it. They didn't mean to. Like stuff like that.
They meant to.
Oh, getting sexual
plot twist.
But this one that happened was so painfully awkward because this guy, it must have been his first day on the job or something, and he totally froze. Like it changed to him and and to Phil with sports, and they changed to him. And he just looked at the camera and was like, and then he just said, I'm sorry, I can't do this, and just stood up and left. And that was it. And I felt so bad for him. Like that was terrible. And then they just went back to the other person, and they're like, okay, sorry about that. We're gonna change to something else. There was another one that was
hilarious.
So terrible. Apparently this one woman, this one newscaster, did not think she was being treated very well by the news company or whatever that she was working for. So she quit on air. And they went to her, they're like, and to Stephanie, and she dropped F-bomb. She's like, I'm done with this place. And walked off and left. And they all and they went back to the other lady, and her eyes were just super wide. She just looked at the camera like, I'm sorry, do we have something to go to? Nope.
All
right. I'm sorry about that.
Well,
so
in other news, we're now hiring. So
yes, yeah. In other news, we just had an opening. That's what should have position open. Should have just embraced it and been like, hey, anybody interested in newscasting? We have an opening now.
Obviously, doesn't take much talent.
Am I right? Oh my gosh, there was one that baffles me on those news bloopers. It was on a. I want to say it was British. It was BBC News or something like that. It was a big news station. I have no clue how this could have happened, but they changed to him, right? Like there was an opening song and stuff, and it's like, and then they close in on his face, and he's just staring at the camera and saying nothing. And it stays like that for a solid 5 minutes. Of him just staring at the camera, saying absolutely nothing, and he's not nervous. Yeah, a really painfully long time, 5 minutes of the news program where he's just sitting there. Nobody is saying anything. The camera will zoom in like crazy, and then zoom out, and then it'll sweep back in at him as if they're trying it again. Here we go, we're starting again, and he still just stares at the camera, saying nothing, and he's not nervous or anything. He's just sitting there like stone cold, just sitting there. And
sexy eyes.
Then 5 minutes later, he finally goes, "Hello and welcome." 5 minutes into the newscast, and the camera kept zooming out, going back in, trying other things, other angles, trying to get. I have no clue how that could have happened. I have no idea. But yeah, so on that note, I think we're going to wrap up.
Speaking
this
of awkward things.
we're going to end this with 5 minutes of silence.
We're
and then we're going to do our outro. No,
you can't see our camera, but
we're both
staring
into
the camera.
directly into the camera for 5 minutes, and then we'll do our outro. Ready? I'm kidding. We're not going to do that.
Darn it, dude! I was prepared.
Dude, I didn't want to. There's no way I could have. We could do it. No, the moment.
The moment's passed.
All right. Well, I've been your host, Caleb.
I'm Ryan.
Who's also a host, for the record.
I mean, yeah, but it's assumed at this point. You know, I said at the beginning of the episode.
Let's try it again. I'm your host, Caleb. Take two. Come on.
You can just redo an outro without cutting the first word.
You got to do it. Yeah, let's redo it. I'm not going to cut any of this either. This is going in.
Am I supposed to change something? Because I like the way I did it.
Well, okay, fine. You can do it the way you want. I was expecting you to say, I say, I'm your host, Caleb, and you can say, I'm your host, Ryan, so we're both considered the host. Because I don't want to be considered like the main host or anything, okay? I want to be an equal playing.
The audience knows who's the main host.
Oh, what does that mean? Me, right?
And with the Rhett and Link slap in the face.
Yeah, let's do it. We got to slap each other.
All right, this is how we're going to end it.
All right, ready? No. Okay, let's do our outro first, and then we'll end on a slap. All right. So
who are we going to slap?
I'm your host. Each other.
We're 200 miles apart.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
They do, because you said earlier that you wish I was there.
Yeah, but we're going to fake it, all right? It's called theater. Let's do it. I've been your host, Caleb.
This is great radio. And I'm Ryan.
And this has been Cabin Flannel.
Episode 8. You didn't... Okay.
Okay.
Well, then whatever. That's the episode.
Fuck, whatever. We're done.